Selling or buying a home in the Los Angeles area is probably one of the most expensive financial decisions that you will ever make in your life. And most likely, you are going to have a real estate agent guide you through that process. But how do you find a really good real estate agent? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 5 questions that you need to ask every agent that you're thinking about hiring and a couple of tips that you can use to research some agents in your area. Hi, my name is felipecrook with eXp Realty. I've been a realtor for over 21 years and I've seen all different kinds of markets. So it's really important that you find a good real estate agent, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The first thing that I would do if I was looking for a real estate agent is I would Google their name plus realtor. So let's say you have someone specific in mind or a friend that you've seen. I would Google their name and realtor. Now, if they're a serious real estate agent, they're going to have what's called a Google My Business profile. On a Google My Business profile, it will give you a little bit of indication of who they are, where they are, their reviews, which is really important, and the kind of products that they're offering. So on my Google My Business profile, I offer a buyer's guide, a seller's guide, a probate guide, a relocation guide, and some links to my past listings so you can see the kind of marketing that I'm doing as well. Having one of these profiles is really important, and it's very easy to do. So if they're not doing that, they might not be serious about their business. Now, in terms of reviews, Google reviews is where I like to send most of my clients to give me reviews. So that's where I put most of my energy in. Now, there's also other places that you can get reviews like Zillow, Realtor.com, or Yelp. But I tend to focus my energy on Google My Business because I think it's the biggest bang for your buck. Now, when you are Googling that person, make sure you scroll down because you will also see a lot of information about them. What their website is. Are they on social media? Do they have Instagram? Do they have TikTok? Do they have Facebook? Are they on YouTube? Are they doing videos educating the public on what is happening in the marketplace? You can see if you Google me, you will see a lot of information because I put a lot of social media out there and a lot of videos educating the public on what is happening right now in the real estate market here in Los Angeles. The second thing that I would do is look at their track record. If you go onto Zillow, you can see exactly how many sales they have sold in the last year, the last 5 years, and what areas that they sold them in. You want to make sure that you've worked with an agent who's actually sold properties in that area. If they haven't, you might not be getting the best type of service. Now, some agents are really good at researching and they can adapt and learn what is going on in that marketplace. And if you really like them, go for it. Just make sure that there's a clear expectation of what kind of services they're going to offer and lots of market updates. That's going to be really critical. And number 3, you want to make sure that they are credentialed. Most real estate agents belong to the National Association of Realtors, which does abide by a code of ethics. If they are not an official realtor, then they are not bound by those code of ethics, and you might want to consider getting a different agent. Okay, here are the 5 questions that I would ask every single agent that I was going to be interviewing. The first question is, how long have you been in real estate and how familiar are you with the Los Angeles real estate market? This is an important question because you want to know how much experience an agent has. Everybody has to start somewhere, but do they need to start somewhere on your most expensive asset? Probably not the best idea. You want to make sure that you have an agent that has a lot of experience, that understands both the buying and the selling side so they can give you the best possible service. And in terms of the area, you want to make sure that you're hiring an agent that works in your area. You don't want to hire somebody that lives in San Diego to sell your Los Angeles house. It just doesn't make any sense. There's so many differences between neighborhoods in the Los Angeles area. You want to make sure you work with somebody who understands that area specifically. Number 2, you want to make sure that they can provide references from past clients. If they're a good real estate agent, they're going to have good relationships with their past clients, and they should be able to do that no problem. Another way to just verify that, if you don't want to ask them specifically, is go and look at their reviews, either on Google My Business or Zillow or Realtor.com, Yelp even. But you want to make sure that past clients are willing and able to endorse them because of the service that they provided. Number 3, you want to ask them how many homes that they have sold as a listing or how many buyers they have worked with in the past year. Some agents will sell 1 house a year. Do you want to work with somebody who sold 1 house a year or 20 houses a year? The experience makes a big difference. And if you're only doing 1 house a year or 2 houses a year, you might not have the experience that you need to get the best and top dollar for your property. Number 4, what kind of strategies are you using for your negotiations? If you are looking for a pit bull, killer type of agent that will destroy everything in their path in order to get what you want, that's great, but that is definitely not me. I really value my relationships with other real estate agents, and I think that is easier to get what you want by honey rather than a stick. I try really hard to make sure that we can find common ground in trying to get what we want out of this negotiation. I don't have to be a jerk in order to look out for your best interests. If you want a jerk, that's awesome. You know exactly the kind of agent you want. That's definitely not me, but there are a ton of people like that. So if that's the kind of negotiation that you want, you should go find that. But for me, I like to work really well with my other agents because I will probably do another deal with them. If I burn every relationship in every transaction, I'm not going to be effective in getting you what you want in the future. So I always think that it's always better to lure bees with honey than a stick. And number 5, what kind of support am I going to get during the transaction? It is really important that you are in really close communication with your real estate agent. Some agents get the contract and they pass it along to somebody else and you'll never see that agent again. Is that the kind of agent you want? If that's the case, great. That's not who I am. I like to work really well with my sellers and my buyers to make sure that everyone is satisfied during the transaction. I do have 2 transaction coordinators that help me process the paperwork, but any questions that you have, you're going to address directly to me. Does your agent do text messages? Do they email? How do they communicate? All of these things you want to ask during the transaction, because the worst possible thing is if something bad is happening and the agent or the lender doesn't respond and you're left in the dark. That is the worst feeling in a real estate transaction. So you want to make sure that the agent that you're working with will support you throughout the entire process. Number 6 is a bonus question for you sellers out there. What is your marketing plan to get my home sold? Los Angeles is a really sophisticated real estate market and people expect a lot, especially in these high price points. So you're going to ask your agent, are you going to do video footage? Do you have a video walkthrough? Do you have drone footage? Do you have a professional photographer? Are you running ads on social media? Are you running ads on Google? All of these tactics are things that your agent should be doing if they expect to sell your home. If they don't have any of that in their marketing plan, find a different agent or call me. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to reach out to me directly. My phone number is 213-268-6832. You can call or text me at that number. And if you're thinking about buying or selling a home in the Los Angeles area, I have a link down in the description if you want to schedule a time to chat with me. Because things have changed so much since August 17th of 2024, buyers and sellers should be interviewing multiple agents, and I would love to earn your business. So if you have any questions, just comment down below or text me directly. My name is Felipecrook, investing in your dreams.